All right, in this video, we're going to try to vapor blast some electrical components. I got a connector, contacts, and wire sheathing that are 50 years old, and I just want to try to clean it up. And we'll see if vapor blasting can do it. Okay, so here's some wiring. This is off my car, 1970, so it's 50 plus years old. Anyway, this car is from Nevada, so it's not like, you know, desert stuff, so there's no tons of corrosion. But anyway, this is all the desert dust. I want to see if it'll vapor blast this rubber clean. I want to see what it'll do to the sheathing of this wiring. Here is a splice. See if it'll clean that up. I'm actually, rewiring this car a little bit, and I'm gonna probably cut this right here and do a butt connector, butt splice. But I want to see what it'll do to this. But this is all junk to me on this end. More importantly, the contacts, you can see they're pretty dirty. I don't think there's corrosion on there, but what I want to do is vapor blast in here at low pressure, 20, 30 psi, and just see if I can brighten up these contacts a little bit and, improve the resistance of the connection. And then same here with this pigtail, it's pretty dirty. Just overall, see if I can just clean this stuff up. The sheathing is starting to get kind of rock hard. I mean, this wiring's old, but with a lot of motorcycles and a lot of old stuff, these connectors are unsealed. Here, they look like they're kind of sealed, but basically, I'd love to get a motorcycle connector that's open on the back end and just flush and vapor blast the whole thing through. Get all the grease out of there, all the grime. See if we can restore it. I don't have one of those, but let's see what we can do with these. Okay, so here are the things we vapor blasted. First off, it really cleaned the rubber. I mean, it was dusty, dirty. I mean, sure, you could probably clean it with a brush and some soap and whatnot, but the vapor blaster makes quick work of it. It also cleaned up the wires a little bit. It's difficult to get 360 all the way around the whole wire on the full length, so you can see I missed a few spots right here. This is going in a loom anyway, but I just was curious to see how it would handle the sheathing, and it does clean up the wiring nicely. I didn't even notice these scratches here in the sheathing before because they were so dirty. And as far as the contacts, I mean, you can see the plating now, the gold contacts. So those were completely dirty. That gets in there, scrubs it all clean, all nice. So that's kind of what I was really worried about. I just want a good electrical connection. The splice, of course, it cleans up perfect. So yeah, and it does clean up the wiring nice. So I kind of focused over here, and it definitely does a nice job. This one here, I can see the gold plating in there. It's very deep, the contact in there. So, I mean, it's really difficult to see on here, but at least it cleaned up the rubber nice. And again, this is all going to go in a loom and whatnot. But yeah, so as far as vapor blasting a wire harness like this, yeah, why not? It looks like it does a nice job. I know someone's going to say, hey, water can probably penetrate in here, you know, and get in here and not dry out and maybe corrode or whatever. Yeah, maybe. But again, I don't think that's a big deal at this point. All right, so vapor blasting electrical components works great. One thing I would note is just don't go too high on the pressure because you will definitely strip off the plating if it's gold or tinned or whatever kind of plating is on that metal. Also, vapor blasting can strip zinc off of bolts, so you definitely don't want to go too high of pressure if that's a concern. Sometimes you do want to strip the bolts so you can send them out to be rezinced, but in any case, if you set up this machine with the right media and low pressure, then it can be a very gentle process and not damage what you're trying to restore.